Hello again. I'm back and I have my beautiful Equinox cup of blessed coffee. It's so delicious. A little bit of cardamom ground in with it, and I actually put some coconut whipped cream in it. It's so good. My Equinox treat to return to the shadows a little bit here in the Northern Hemisphere, and I want to share a quick energetic update with all you Tantric Travelers today. So I'm going to pull some cards from my angelic deck, the spiritual tarot, from the Animal Ancestors Tarot, and one special card from the Isis Oracle to celebrate our spiritual inheritance from Kem, from Egypt, our spiritual inheritance from the beautiful divine energies who bless humanity with the consciousness of our divinity whenever we seek it out. So let's connect with our highest guides. Let's connect again with Re, with Sekhmet, with Aset, with Wasir, with Ptah, with Horus, my star family of Sothis, my star family of Sirius, my star family of Sopdet. This beautiful equinox morning. What are the energies for the collective today, please? What are the energies for the collective today, please, star parents? Beloved Mother Sekhmet, thank you for visiting Earth, for purifying our consciousness, for bringing us into touch once more with the pure potential of what lies hidden in the shadows. Fuel for our ascension. A lot of fire. Wow. Pretty incredible, actually, what came out. On the bottom of the deck, we have strength, which you probably know is normally pictured as a human interacting with a lion. And in this deck, it's number 8, strength, and you can see there's an angelic form, and this is the Jed pillar. So this is the pillar of ascension, and then the two energies of perceived polarity, which are intertwining and ascending this spinal column, the pillar of ascension, to our higher consciousness, to our divine consciousness, which connects us with the cosmos. So that's beautiful. And then we also have the Page of Wands, or Page of Fire, Sister Fire, the Four of Fire, Flame of Spirit, and also in keeping with the Leonine energy, the Seven of Fire, the Seven of Wands, courage, the trait that is attributed to those of the lion heart, more the lion heart than the lion head maybe. So these beautiful cards came out, and facing me, they're in the reversed or healing position. So we're looking at really integrating these energies into our consciousness fully, and embracing them, and learning how to bring the fire within us, the spiritual fire, into equilibrium with our mental, our rational mind, our emotional body, and our physical actions, what we choose to do. So with this sister fire, and it's nice that the page is called sister in this deck. I love that feminine energy coming through. So sister fire, and she has a tiger in her aura. So this is about the desire to learn, the desire to move in a higher direction, the spiritual flame that ignites us to know more about who we are. And the page is about communication, so it can be seeking, seeking books, seeking teachers, seeking new schools of learning, philosophies, spiritual systems, which can enrich us and take us to a different phase of our evolution. So that's a really beautiful energy. And as I said, according to me, it's in the reversed or healing position. So for the collective, this is about to happen, and I think we might be moving forward into this around the first week of October. We also have Flame of Spirit, the Four of Fire. So this is about then pulling in spiritual stability. The four is always about stabilizing spiritual energy and creating a container, a stable container to receive the higher energies, to receive the teachings before we put them into practice. And the Four of Wands, or the Four of Flame, is also considered to be a marriage card, and that can definitely be perceived as the inner marriage of our conscious and subconscious, which is at the cross quarter point today on the equinox, and is building this pyramid. You can see this image is a pyramid perceived from above. So this is kind of like the gods or the divine energies looking into the third dimension, or looking down on earth, looking down on us and our lives, and perceiving, okay, there's enough stability here for this being to receive this high spiritual knowledge, to receive this download from the higher consciousness, from our higher selves. So that's really beautiful. And there's a lot of rainbow energy here, which to me indicates that there's some learning and some understanding about the spectrum versus black and white. And then we have Courage, or the Seven of Flame. So this, as I said, is, the courage of the lion heart. And this is about standing our ground and really maintaining our own moral, ethical, spiritual ground, maintaining our own spiritual space. So it can be about clearing our space of lower vibrational energies in order to welcome in the higher vibrational. And doing this every single day. This is for all 7 of our bodies, in and between all dimensions. So we have our mental body, our emotional body, our physical body, our spiritual body. And the spiritual body contains vehicles for us to travel in and between different dimensions. So there's, there are several bodies in that. But the 7 is also an angelic number, and it's really indicating with these colors here, the 4 archangels who are very active on Earth right now. So we have Raphael, green, Gabriel is pink, Michael or Michael is blue, and Metatron is gold. So these angelic presences, carriers of light, they assist us in this process right now. And we all know that it's not easy, but we can take advantage of the opportunity that has arisen for us in the changes on our planet, the changes in human society, and really do some spiritual work right now and invite in a higher consciousness in order to guide us into the next phase of our collective evolution and our individual evolution. So that's exciting. Lots of fire. I feel a lot of energy just sort of sparkling and vibrating inside as I'm receiving these messages today. And now I'm going to ask the animal ancestors for some messages. Animals, my beloveds, what guidance do you have for us? So the beautiful thing about connecting with our animal friends and family here on Earth is that they are intrinsically aligned without barrier to our planetary parent. So when we connect with them, we're really connecting with our universal divinity. And they are not able to wear the masks that we wear, and they are not able to be confused by societal rules. They simply live purely from the template of their own nature, neter, their own divine selves. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the hummingbird, which is the sun, grandfather hummingbird, abuelo. And that's beautiful. So Re is making another appearance today and blessing us. And whether you're about to receive more sun or less in the upcoming season, know that this process of integration between the conscious and the unconscious is occurring for everyone on the planet all the time. And the equinox season is a season where doors are opening and we can step through and really engage the other side of the mirror, the other side of ourselves that we haven't been seeing. Okay, animals. What messages do you have, beloved animals? Wow. So interesting. So interesting. So we have once more the Four of Wands, or the Four of Ancients came out, and this time in the upright position. So this is such beautiful encouragement. And because this came out twice, this is also now the Four of Fire, the Four of Wands in this deck, in the Angelic deck, and now the Four of Wands in the Animal Ancestors deck, here appearing upright, which is showing that even by being aware of the potential of this energy, we are instantaneously creating a container to receive the higher intelligence and the higher messages. So this has already happened. That's how quickly it can happen. And the Four of Wands, as some of you may know, besides being a card of marriage and celebration, of having completed a spiritual process, can also be an indication of the coming together of soul partners or divine counterparts. So that's really beautiful. In addition, the 10 Wheel of Fortune, so the 10 of the major arcana, which bear heed, inner voice, and cycles. So this beautiful northern creature, this northern mama with her twins, is telling us, yes, the cycle is turning. And this is 10 in the major arcana, as I mentioned, and this one did come out in the reversed or healing position, which is kind of a waiting period or resting period in relation to this energy. So this is really saying that, as I mentioned before, even though the cross quarter is occurring today on the 22nd of September, because of other planetary influences, including Saturn's retrogrades, I believe that the new cycle is really starting the first week of October, so October the 10th month. And Libra, which is, the true point of balance, the solar cycle of Libra. So this is really beautiful. And you can think about what Bear does in the dark months. She goes into hibernation and she completely, with all of the wisdom and power of her innate nature, she completely, goes into this beautiful dormancy, which allows her to dream and to exist without having to engage her physical environment. So she goes into her cave or her den, and she doesn't eat for months and months. And it's this dormancy, this sacred sleep, and she dreams for us. So if we connect with Bear energy, even though the months are dark and the winter can be long, if we connect with Bear energy, we can really glean a lot of beautiful experiences from our subconscious and unconscious states. So we also have the Five of Four-Leggeds mouse, who comes out all the time. So this is the Five of Pentacles. Hello, little mouse. You're so sweet. And mouse also participates in preparation for the winter months And you can reverse this if you're in the southern hemisphere. But, Mouse almost seems like a worrier, because Mouse goes around and collects all these little tiny little grains, and sometimes even steals them from humans to create a cache so that she can live for the winter. But this is in reverse, and that worrying energy is kind of dissipating. So this is the universe saying, okay, we know that we are our own abundance, and we don't have to worry about external circumstances if we have faith in our divine ability to manifest abundance for ourselves. And if we understand fully that the illusion of poverty or separation from what we need can be bridged with faith in our divine abundance, and that abundance includes helping others. That divine abundance includes receiving as well as giving. So this is really beautiful energy, and I'm glad to see it in the reversed position for the winter if you're in the northern hemisphere. So it's also encouragement not to worry, that everything will be fine on the material plane. And I want to draw one card from the Isis Oracle. So Isis, Aset, our compassionate winged mother, what guidance do you have for Tantric Travelers today? This one. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Temple of Carnelian, enter the belly of Sekhmet. So Sekhmet speaks and acknowledges that she deeply appreciates the ceremony that we offered this morning, and that her compassion for humanity is what instigates her teaching and what instigates her maternal action for us, and the cleansing of our consciousness, the cleansing of even our bodies. So entering the fierce belly of Sekhmet. So basically, you and I can grant permission to be purified by this solar parent, this divine feminine solar parent, carnelian, the color of blood, thinking about the purification of our ancestral lines, which includes all of humanity in all time, but tapping into that and acknowledging this incredible power of one of our beautiful solar parents, Sekhmet. Om Sekhmet, Sekhem Re. Om Sekhmet, Sekhem Re. Om Sekhmet, Sekhem Re. Be blessed.